What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 6 Zombies and a feature that took nearly a decade to return. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and I'm betting that at some point this Sunday, June 9th, they'll be talking a lot more about Black Ops 6 Zombies, so make sure you have notifications on to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty, as I'll have plenty of video coverage following the Xbox Showcase, the Black Ops 6 Direct event, and any other blog posts that inevitably end up releasing. On top of that, we'll put out some shorts, community posts, and plenty of coverage over on detonated.com. Got plenty of writers keeping you guys up to date with everything going on right now with Season 4, and of course the new Call of Duty title. But jumping right into Zombies, obviously you guys saw there was a massive leak around a week and a half ago for the Vault Edition of Black Ops 6, and in the edition there's going to be plenty of really cool looking Woods operator skins that hopefully carry forward into Black Ops 6, but these skins are of course for MW3. Upon a pre-order of Black Ops 6, whether that means the Standard Edition, the Vault Edition, or possibly even a Game Pass option, you'll get access to all three of those skins, including the Zombies one, for use in the current Call of Duty and current Warzone. But when it comes to the launch window of Black Ops 6, and I believe even the multiplayer beta, you should be able to bring in the Vault Edition skins if you pre-order them. We got skins there for Park and even Adler, but then the man himself, Brutus from Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead, and we also have Klaus from Mauder Toten, who was in Cold War Zombies. So while those skins are pretty impressive and among some of the best cosmetics we've seen in recent years, I think the Mastercrafts even look phenomenal, even though we don't know what weapons they're actually for yet. The Vault Edition looks like an absolute steal thus far if you care about cosmetics. They also revealed from the leak that Gobblegums are indeed returning into Black Ops 6. So it does look like a pre-order or just a purchase of the Vault Edition will give players access to a select amount of Gobblegums that you can bring into round-based zombies day one. We're talking Gobblegums you can bring into Liberty Falls and Terminus Island, the two round-based maps that we should be seeing day one on October 25th. So this is actually crazy news because Gobblegums haven't been a part of Call of Duty Zombies since Black Ops 3. You're gonna be like, wait, what about Black Ops 4? Well, in that game we had a similar system known as elixirs, but many fans consider that system inferior to Gobblegums, considering a number of factors which we'll get into in a second. But Gobblegums as a system have not been seen in a while, and I think there's a big reason for that. First off, I think the idea of that type of microtransaction, that form of gambling so to speak, was similar to supply drops back during BO3, and supply drops as a whole got removed after the Black Ops 4 season, right? Modern Warfare 19 and onward introduced us to bundles and paid battle passes and free seasonal content, whereas the ability to gamble your COD points or real money for supply drops, liquid diviniums, to get certain bonuses, that hasn't been seen in quite some time. So the idea of seeing that back in Black Ops 6 kind of has me a bit worried, but the thing is, I don't think Gobblegums are going to return in that way, which is a good sign. So I want to remind you of the system that we saw in Black Ops Cold War, Treyarch's recent Zombies experience. In that game, we had the Dark Aether Crystal system. So you were able to earn Dark Aether Crystals for hitting certain milestones while playing Zombies, and you can use those crystals to upgrade a variety of different things, from your perks abilities, your field upgrades, your weapons, and so many other core components of Cold War Zombies. It was a cool and free system with no type of microtransactions implemented at all in that system. It was actually a breath of fresh air in my opinion, but still the crystal system wasn't perfect. I think a big flaw with it was that once you went ahead and upgraded everything in the game, you were kind of just waiting until the next major update when they would add in a new perk or a new field upgrade or something to where you can then use crystals that you earn while playing to enhance whatever that item or ability was. So maybe they could have had it where if you just continuously kept grinding crystals in Cold War, you were able to put them towards something, whether it's extra abilities, things you could spawn in with just once, like let's say bonus points or a free papped weapon. That would have been interesting, but I understand round-based isn't an extraction shooter, so it's not meant to be like MWZ where you have those benefits upon spawn. And we'll circle back to that in a second, but thinking back to Gobblegums from Black Ops 3, obviously you guys remember dashboarding. So if you guys out there wanted to save your Gobblegums that you used in that match, and if you didn't care about that match counting on your leaderboard, then you could just dashboard and you would save your Gobblegums, right? That was a strat that people used for years and still do to this day. The problem is that really impacted pubs. If you went into a public match of Zombies and people out there maybe used some of their good Gobblegums or maybe lost, let's say, a Perkaholic when they went down, they would dashboard immediately. So I feel like that really impacted public matches, which is something that was learned, I think, for Black Ops 4, since you couldn't actually dashboard to save your elixirs. Now, I'm sure there were some really weird exploits found that I don't remember today, but there were some methods I'm sure people used to save their elixirs. However, it wasn't as mainstream as the ability to dashboard to save your Gobblegums. So I'm really curious if Black Ops 6's Gobblegum system will allow you to save them by doing some type of exploit, or if there's a way to save them in general that's a part of the core game, just to ensure that public matches can play well and to ensure that Zombies doesn't become a dashboarding experience again, but I also see this argument all the time that Cold War Zombies was too easy, the Easter eggs were too straightforward, they were guided. I saw a lot of cheering going on when the Gobblegums got leaked for this Vault Edition, and while that's cool to see a feature return from Black Ops 3, and it'll likely return in a much better way than it was implemented before, while that's the case, I find it a bit hypocritical and a bit ironic that the complaint that Cold War Zombies was too easy is about to be thrown out the window, since Gobblegums are probably going to make Black Ops 6 even easier, regardless if the quests are guided or not within Liberty Falls or Terminus Island. So what I'm hoping for is a number of things, right? First off, I'm hoping that the Gobblegums aren't too overpowered, at least not right away. Hopefully it has to take a couple of seasons before we start seeing some crazy OP ones, just so that people out there can really feel that skill gap. People out there can really feel like there's a challenge in zombies before you're given really easy Gobblegums like Shopping Free and Raindrops and Power Vacuum. Hopefully we have to wait a little while, but then there's going to be some folks on the flip side that are like, wait, why are we waiting multiple seasons for Gobblegums that we had in Black Ops 3, for ones that we saw in BO4? Why do we have to wait for those again? So I understand that argument too, but in all, I just wouldn't want it to be a case where people are saying Black Ops 6 is the easiest zombies of all time. Maybe that won't be the case, and it'll be much more balanced than we've ever seen before, considering the extra development time they've had to work on Black Ops 6. But another thing I'm thinking about is whether or not they'll be super powerful to the point where they're all some of those legendary ones that we got in some of the later DLC updates for Black Ops 3, or are they more in line with some of the classic abilities like we got, you know, the free Gobblegums you could use in Black Ops 3, or the free ones you could use in Black Ops 4. Maybe they'll be more in line with the classic ones, and maybe some whimsicals. Maybe there won't be too many powerful Gobblegums off the rip. That's obviously a big question right now, because I certainly wouldn't want the game to feel that easy, and I've been saying it for years, right? Cold War Zombies, while it is a lot more open and accessible to, let's say, new zombie players or Warzone players, I think that was a good thing, by the way, to just expand the zombies community. While that was the case, there still was a level of challenge to it, especially with some of the boss fights and some of the other side quests that you had to do. I mean, even high rounds. I think it was probably easier to do high rounds in a game like BO3, considering all the abilities that you can use with Gobblegums. But what about the method in which you can earn Gobblegums in Black Ops 6? There's a number of different ways they could introduce a system. Could just be like Liquid Diviniums, where you could just grind them as you play, but then that opens up the door as well to possible exploits and all these. But there's also room for discussion about the method in which you'll earn Gobblegums in Black Ops 6. Obviously, as of right now, nothing has been confirmed, but Black Ops 3, I think during year 2, introduced what is called Newton's Cookbook. This is actually a feature that was supposed to come to Black Ops 4 as well, but ended up getting canceled following the massive budget cuts that game had during the later half of the DLC cycle. Newton's Cookbook allowed you to go ahead and trade in a free currency to go ahead and get the Gobblegum of your choosing, and every day there were different Gobblegums that you can convert for inside of that menu, which was cool. It was an extra way to get a surplus of Gobblegums and a way in which you can exchange ones you probably weren't going to use for better ones. So once again, it's like Black Ops 4's Black Market revamp, where it got the right system to counteract the gambling from the supply drop or the Liquid Divinium system. It was a good update that ended up being added nearly at the end of its first year of content. So by then, people had either moved on or just didn't feel like that really made up for the lack thereof a feature like that during the launch window or the first couple of seasons. Now, I've been saying it for years, right? The Black Market revamp, if that was in Black Ops 4 since the beginning of that game cycle, people really wouldn't have cared too much about supply drops, since there was a direct way to get the weapon or mastercraft that you wanted by trading in X amount of supply drops that you stacked up. But now, considering that the supply drop era is over and that gambling era for Call of Duty is over, I think even systems like that are banned in most countries now. Considering that, I don't feel like Gobblegums are going to come back in a predatory type way, where people out there are upset that they can't use a Perkaholic that is impossible to unlock for free or just difficult to do so because they aren't spending money on COD points, or, you know, sitting in long matches of round-based hoping that they get enough Liquid Diviniums or whatnot to then gamble and spin their way towards a Perkaholic. I don't think a system like that is going to return, and I feel like with the extra years of development they've had, they're probably going to bring the system back in the best way possible. But another thing to consider is some of the new systems we've seen in zombies, or at least in the third bonus mode over the last couple of years. DMZ introduced DMZ benefits within bundles, and that was added during like Season 3 of Modern Warfare 2, and then during the launch window of Modern Warfare Zombies with MW3, we started seeing zombie benefits in things like bundles and even the battle passes, and these benefits could include, you know, a Pack-a-Punch crystal, an Aether tool to enhance your weapon's rarity, even some ammo mods. So the actual benefits for zombies weren't too crazy, weren't that overpowered, they weren't Perkaholics or anything, but they were pretty minuscule. I think, if anything, the MWZ benefits, considering that MWZ is a PvE mode, got a lot more well received than the DMZ benefits, which were in a PvPvE experience. People out there were pretty upset about, considering you could spawn in with self-revives, bigger backpacks, gas masks, perks, field upgrades, things that didn't enhance gameplay all too much, but still were items you could find for free around the environment that you could just choose to spawn in with if you selected a certain operator. So what I would definitely expect for Black Ops 6 is seeing goblins pop up here and there in various bundles in pretty much every battle pass, but hopefully a system in which you can actually grind out, let's say, a free currency that you can trade in for an exact gobblegum that you want, not a system where you're just kind of gambling and hoping for some of the better abilities that might come in clutch, or might even be crutch, I should say, for some of the harder Easter eggs in the game, or even when going for high rounds. Hopefully it's a much smoother system than we had in either BO3 or 4, and I'm pretty confident that it likely will be. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Black Ops 6 Zombies and the return of gobblegums? Hopefully you enjoyed some pretty cool custom gameplay here in the background of the DE boss fight. The boss battles mod's been around for quite a while, but it was cool to showcase some of the other gobblegums towards the beginning. Leave all your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.